Hello everyone! So I had several requests to show my coloring books, not mine, but the ones I own, in a video because I posted a picture of them on my blog and on my Instagram, and I had a lot of people asking if I could show them in a video, do sort of a comparison. These are the Johanna Basford ones, which are super popular. The whole adult coloring book thing became such a huge trend thing, whatever, in 2015, and I resisted for the longest time because I just, for me, didn't really see the point. I do so much coloring, like just with my card making, so it's like, why am I gonna sit and color in a coloring book? But these ones kept popping out to me so many times, I just couldn't avoid them. So I got my kids a couple for Christmas and couldn't resist getting myself a couple. So I got the Secret Garden for myself, and then the Enchanted Forest I ended up keeping because I got my one daughter, I ended up getting her the Harry Potter one, which is awesome. And now I'm like, oh, I should have kept the Harry Potter one for me. But anyway, so I kept that one for me. And then it comes out that there's a artist edition to the Secret Garden. Which, yeah, I'll get into. And then there's the Secret Garden calendar, and yes, I own them all. Calendar, obviously, though, is on for a really good price. I'll have it all linked in the description box below to Amazon. The calendar you can get for dirt cheap because 2016's already started. I got mine for dirt cheap, that's why I got it. So anyway, the coloring books came out first. There's these two, plus there's the Lost Ocean. I think those are the only three available so far by Johanna Basford. There's a bajillion different kinds of coloring books out there. These ones so far, just from what I've seen, that's why I got them, are my favorite. They're really nice. Like, they're big. They're big size. Tons of, I'll just kind of turn a little bit, tons of pages. Just, and some of them with like more open space, so you can like draw your own thing if you want, and then just tons of patterns. So in the basic coloring books, they're all double-sided, and the paper is thinner. It's, yeah, that's also why people were asking me about them, because they're like, what can you use to color them? Personally, I plan on just using, like, more than likely just colored pencils is what I plan on using in these ones, just because most markers are going to bleed through the other side. But again, personal preference. If you don't mind that, like, you know, if you just choose which side you prefer and then just do that and then don't worry about the other side. I have seen Christina Warner did a little bit on Periscope. She was doing one of these books and she was using like Peerless watercolors and just keeping it like barely damp, like super dry, and was having success with it, but it was more just an experiment. So really, and when you get them for a good price, like, why not? Do whatever you want. Like, whatever floats your boat. So my one thing with these is they're not white, they're kind of yellow. And I can compare it to the calendar here. Like, the calendar is white, and the pages of the coloring book are kind of yellowy. They're not even like an off-white, they're a funny color. So it's something just kind of like weird. But at the same time, it's like, at least then too, like something like a colored pencil, if you used a white one, it would probably show up quite well in here. So yeah, haven't colored in this one at all, or the other one. But the calendar, when I got it, I did actually start coloring it on New Year's Eve. I like watched some TV with the kids and then watched a show after I put them in bed and colored. So the images in this one are the same as the actual Secret Garden coloring book. They have lots of similar images. I think some might be slightly different, but still similar. So, it's personal preference. I actually, if I had known there was a calendar, I probably would have got the calendar before even getting the book and not gotten that book. Plus the artist edition. So, anyway, this is why I'm here showing you guys. So yeah, they just have really beautiful illustrations, but they are the same as a coloring book. So if you've already got the coloring book, it's up to personal preference. And then also this is like white paper, so I like that, so the color will be more vibrant and show up nicer. So same thing, the paper is thinner, so I just plan on using colored pencils. If I want to, I guess I could use some like odorless mineral spirits like Gamsol to blend if I want to. I just haven't bothered with that because that's just more work. If you use markers, it's gonna bleed through into the previous month, so again, personal preference again. But it is a beautiful, and it's huge. Like, and I think it's like like less than $10 I think on Amazon at this point, where it's normally 15 US, 18 Canadian, and then it goes up from there. But yeah, it's gorgeous. And then last but not least, I picked this up at Costco. Amazon has it as well, so I'll link it there, for really cheap. But this is the Artist Edition Secret Garden. And it's larger than the regular coloring book. So there's the regular coloring book. It's the same width and then about 3 or 4 inches taller. So, and this one has a lot less sheets. It's only got 20, and they are on heavyweight paper. I would say this is more like a Bristol style of paper, and everything is single-sided. So with the intent that you can color these, and then if you want, you can frame them. So they just have a little flower decoration. But yeah, same images as the calendar, as the coloring book, just done slightly differently in a slightly different theme. And yeah, really, really pretty. This one I will probably do some form of maybe watercoloring in, or experimenting, like watercoloring on one, markers on one, something, colored pencils. Like, I love this owl one, it's so cute. So yeah, with the heavier weight, I would say this feels like a 110-pound weight. I don't think it says anywhere what the actual weight is. But yeah, it's really, really nice. So this one I highly recommend if you want to like do more experimenting with different coloring mediums. I've seen people use Copics on theirs. I've been asked about that. I don't plan on using it on mine, but you never know. Because this, at first I had said I wouldn't, because I think I was assuming that this was more watercolor style paper, so it would just suck your Copic markers dry. But because it's more of a smoother Bristol paper, I don't think it would be too bad. So, and I've seen some people already using Copics on theirs, and it's gorgeous. So I might, on one of these, try my Copic markers, you know, because it's good for blending techniques, all that stuff. Like, there's just so many. It's just awesome. These are fun. So I've been collecting them, not really using them. I have plans. My big thing, as always, is time. But yeah, the calendar I really like is one of my favorites, is the calendar, because I can hang it up in my little craft space. So even without color, it's just pretty. Like, it's just nice. So yeah, and then I do have a little more incentive though to color it, because then the color is hanging in my space. So really like the calendar, really love the Artist Edition version of the book, but you can't go wrong with the regular versions either, like, because they're just such nice images. Like, a lot of the other ones I've seen are just not as appealing to me. I don't know what it is, but these ones, I like the images. They're so pretty, they're so detailed. So highly, highly recommend any of them. There's the Enchanted Forest one, just a quick overview. And yeah, the Artist Edition one, I think it's a combination of the Enchanted Forest and the Secret Garden, like similar images from both. So really pretty. It's just up to personal preference what you want to go for. Like, that was so cute. So really neat stuff. And then in all of them, they have in both of these, they have a section like that actually folds out. This folds out 2 sizes, so you've got like huge things. And then there's also hidden little images, little animals, 2 ladybugs, different things in the back, so that kind of gives a little extra something something. My kids think that's pretty cool. Me, I'm just like, whatever. But yeah, that is a quick overview on these. And yeah, like I said, I'm using my Prismacolor colored pencils in my calendar. Whatever floats your boat. Colored pencils, markers, watercolors. It's the great thing about it is you can use whatever you want, play with whatever you want, combine coloring mediums, you know, try different things, use it to learn, you know, figure out new techniques or whatever. It is honestly, the world is your oyster with this. Just do whatever works for you. So that's kind of my plan, is to start with the colored pencils, and then I might, as I, you know, set aside a bit more time here and there, to just use them to experiment and, you know, fiddle with some of my, you know, clean color markers and my Peerless watercolors and my Copics. And just, you guys that have been watching my videos for a regular, you know, a decent amount of time know I just love color and coloring mediums, and having all the colors in all the sets. So that was my plan, was starting to collect these, was to give me a little more incentive to start using them a bit more, and the more you use them, the more practice you get, the better you get at it. So I thought this would be good. So I'm getting there, slowly but surely. So there they are. There's kind of my thoughts on them. And like I said, the links to them will be down below, and I'll have it on my blog and all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all later.